today on this gorgeous day.
It's beautiful.
What's happening?
It's like 70 degrees.
It's just unbelievable. And we had the snow. We need a little bit more snow or rain for the fire thing, but God, it's beautiful.
I'm
Really
not
pretty.
sad.
California fall, not sad.
All
All
right.
right.
Yes, 17 new listings this week.
Very
Congrats
good.
to Amy Turner, Donna Girock, Gift Dudley, Janet Wilcox, Jeff McGinnity, Jeff McCrae, Jennifer Bubb, Crystal Mershon, Marilyn McFall, Michael Cutbirth, Michelle Brown with 2, Renee Nimmers, Rex Jarnigan, Shannon Pace, Tara Kuna, and the 303 home team. So Kayla involved.
Today is Donna Drock's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. What a good birthday present. A new listing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wanted to highlight Jen Bubb too. Biggest listing on this list at 8.5 million. So
Whoa!
congrats, Jen.
Woo! Go baby. Go
Yes.
baby. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a beautiful listing.
Yes. Upcoming this week, we've got Guardian with their AI class launching. Francisco will be teaching that in the education room, 1 o'clock for the next 3 Tuesdays. So make sure you've marked that on your calendar and that you've registered. There's a link that was sent to you. If you need it again, let one of us know.
Okay.
Thursday, we'll be going back to the basics with Social Club. Tina's going to talk a little bit about Clients for Life that's launching this Tuesday or tomorrow. We'll be sharing that on socials and posting it to stories. So it'll be a good one if you're not leveraging social media quite yet. Then wanted to remind everybody that this is the last week to purchase tickets for that Louboutin bag for your chance to win. So if you or someone you know could benefit from having a little bit of arm candy, go ahead and purchase a ticket or 2. Those will close Saturday night, and then the winner will be announced at our next sales meeting next Thursday. And then keep on sending me open house requests, and we'll keep getting those in your inbox, and keep filling out that shout out form. I feel like I've been hounding a couple of you, and I'd love to not have to. So please go ahead and shout out some people in the office. Love to hear you loving on each other.
Yeah, and that's one of the best things you've started. It seriously is. So please, let's celebrate each other. That's what we do best. We really do. Anyway, thanks, sweetheart. All right, Tina, what you got, baby?
We had 21 go under contract. Top price was 1.7. Also, Jen Bubb hitting the top price on both those.
Yeah.
And then Lane Lyon is coming into Monday Motivation next week, so I wanted to make sure you all knew. He was maybe going to come this Monday. We had to move it, so I'm sorry I didn't let you know. But thanks for coming anyway. We talked about going over the basics of relationships, the importance of reaching out, and I think everybody took away a lot from that session, and the challenge to all of you to find 3 people in your database that you can video text that maybe you haven't been in touch with in a while. And then yeah, we'll talk pricing with Lane on the 16th at 10 in the education room. I think Presley covered Clients for Life. It's an Amazon giveaway. Come to Social Club, get it up in your social media. You're totally around the idea of consent if someone enters the giveaway on their own, so then they'll just be hearing from you more anyway. Tomorrow is our Global Luxury Tour, so it's noon to 2 in the Denver area. And then on Thursday is this quarter at Luxury. So you can watch that from anywhere, but if you come in here at noon, Karen's gonna get us some pizza and we'll put it up on the TVs and we'll watch that quarterly update.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
You want to tell her what Laura Levy gave us today?
Oh my gosh, Laura Levy personalized the trend report completely. Like some of you have personalized it with your name on it and stuff with me, and that's awesome, but she actually like personalized the whole thing. Her brand's all through it. All of the data is about her Lyons Boulder area. I can't believe how gorgeous it looks. What an impression that made. So we also got our first Coldwell magazines. The first edition came out, and Carrie Wells out of our Mountain Properties has an ad in there, and then Laura Levy has a listing in there. So it was nice to see Colorado represented. So bravo to her.
Hey Leah, what you got?
So this Wednesday, we've got the CE class with the insurance guy coming Wednesday 1 to 3. Do we have space? Do you guys happen to know? I think it's approaching full. I think there might be a couple spaces left in there. If you haven't signed up, sign up. That'll be a good class. And then on the 25th, 1 to 3, we've got another CE class coming in. So keep an eye out for that. And one more commission update in April, the 21st, I believe it is. So keep checking those emails. We've got all kinds of education coming up. And this morning we were talking with Matthew about his bridge loan product.
Yes.
And he's gonna come in, I believe, to one of the Monday sessions.
The 23rd.
The 23rd.
Okay, good,
Awesome.
good.
So be there for that. So lots of good education coming our way.
He's such a great asset to us.
Mhm.
He really is.
Yeah.
And has some great Bridgeland products. So I'm glad he's going to come into your class and your class. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Get the word out. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I had the privilege, and this all happened very quickly. I think on Thursday, late afternoon, we got notice that Robert Refkin was going to be in Denver and wanted to see us. So we scrambled to get a few of our agents that are going to have awards, they're going to be in the Broadmoor, or to get to come and meet him. So this morning we were at the Denver Central office, and the only reason we were there and not here, because I've been asked that, is because he had a lunch date at the Four Seasons. So in order for proximity, he needed to be closer to getting from our, meeting down to the Four Seasons. So that's where he was. Y'all, he impressed me so much. I mean, I've seen him on video. We've watched him. Lee and you and I've watched him. Y'all have watched him. And he seemed like a very nice guy. I don't believe, met a more humble leader than I've ever than him. Seriously. He was raised by a single mother who was a realtor. She was in the insurance business at first, which I thought was funny that Jim Bub was in the insurance business. I remember that. And he talked about how, going from insurance to real estate was a transition, but such a good transition because it's hard to sell something that's intangible, which is insurance. And I think it was life insurance. We all laughed at that. He grew up in Berkeley, California. He shared some really personal things that I'll let him share again. I'm sure he'll do that when he's in another crowd, and I'm sure he'll be coming to South Metro, in the future. It just touched me. And one of the things he said, and I love what he said, and I couldn't believe it was coming out of his mouth, was he is not about technology. He is not a technology person. He is a one-on-one, take care of your clients, write handwritten notes, have client appreciations, contact your clients, keep in front of them, which really was just something that blew my mind because it's all been about technology. The Compass acquisition, I just kept thinking it's just all about technology. It was the least of that. He said we have to have technology and we want to be ahead of technology, but that is not what his main course is in running this company. So I was going to just shout out a few agents that were there this morning, and I just asked them to give me one thought. Jim Bob said, I think the big takeaway for me was that this merger, we as agents will have more choice about how we market our sellers, and choice is never a bad thing. AK said, I really do believe Robert Redfin cares about the agents and puts our success above everything else. Everything else is a product of that. Jake Redlene was there. He said, my golden nugget is how he wants to give us options when listing to allow our sellers to have options, which ultimately will make them feel like they have power and control when selling their home. Alex Rice from the Global Luxury Office, that the Compass Anywhere merger continues to prove that agents' value will continue to rise with the goals of CIH, especially with how data is treated and how consumers will need to use agents for more access and options for real estate. And agents will become more effective and hopefully more knowledgeable with an easy to use and streamlined platform. I really like that. Marcus Harris said, my takeaway is that Robert is truly working for us as agents and giving us platforms and support to elevate our business and make some money instead of allowing others to profit off of our hard work. Brian Anzer said, I appreciated Robert taking the time to visit us. He speaks to the desire to be proactive and a visual leader. It was encouraging to hear him hear the commitment to our Coldwell Banker brand and us as agents under Compass International Holdings. I'm hopeful that he will be, we will even be better positioned to serve our clients going forward because of this merger. JJ Alexander said, hey, biggest takeaway for me was the reasoning on the Redfin deal. Love the thought of putting our digital sign in front of all our listings. So on Redfin, all your listings will go on there and they will be Coldwell Banker branded. So it will not be Redfin, it will not be Compass, it will be Coldwell Banker. I thought that was really cool. Giff started crying and he says, he thinks like I do. He's a very emotional, passionate person. It's truly about choices, and like you, he wants us to give us tools to have available to complete. We are not tech agents. The person in touch, spending the time in building relationships is what message that I've gotten from Robert. It made me tear up listening to his story. Janie Stoddard, who I call Princess Grace. I just think she is one of the sweetest, most sincere, most professional people I've ever met. And her biggest takeaway was my biggest takeaway. She said, I love when he said his mother put him to bed every night, and instead of saying sweet dreams, she said to him, have big dreams. That just really touched me. I thought that was really good. So it was a very productive meeting. One thing he did say, and it made us really laugh, he said he'd been traveling around, and if any of you were on the employee thing last week, he's been all over, and he says he's never had this many questions from a group of agents as he took with us. So it was just, I was so glad we got to see him. He said he'll be coming to South Metro. This is one place he'd like to visit, but this trip he had to be, at closer to where he was going at lunch. And so it was very rewarding. I think I've been happy about this anyway. I think it's going to be great for all of us. We get technology, and we also always have a culture. That is one thing. Amy Delane was there today. She was one of the big teams from North Metro that came over, and she said it's so beautiful to get the technology that we miss, but the culture that we didn't have. And I thought that was beautiful, as far as that. So anyway, really appreciated it. Anyway, anything else from y'all? That was a lot from me.
I don't think so.
All right. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and we'll be here all week for you. So come see us in this beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Bye.